Hey people, welcome you back to Caroline's Online Academy. I'm here with another question from the chapter Accounting for Share Capital, the previous year board examination question. This question was asked in the year 2018 in the compartment examination, and it was asked for 3 marks. It is a question in which you need to prepare the schedule of share capital and give the face of the balance sheet and which extract of the balance sheet in which you show the share capital amount. Without further ado, let's start doing the question, my dear children. Janta Ltd has an authorized capital of 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company offered to the public for subscription 1 lakh shares. Applications were received for 97,000 shares. The amount was payable as follows. On application, rupees 2, on 4 were payable on allotment and first and final call. So 4 on allotment and first and final call, another 4 rupees, totally making up 10 rupees. A shareholder holding 600 shares did not pay the allotment money. So someone did not pay the allotment money. His shares were forfeited. His shares were forfeited. The company did not make the first and final call. This is how this question is different from all the other questions, my dear children. And when the company has not made the first and final call, have they fully called up the shares, my dear children? They haven't. First and final call has not yet been called up, which means that there can be no subscribed and fully paid up capital in this question, my dear children. There will only be subscribed but not fully paid up capital. On top of that, the shares on which there is calls and arrears, that also has been forfeited. Let's go ahead and see how to do this question, my dear children. I have made the face of the balance sheet in the books of Janta Limited, balance sheet of Janta Limited as in March 31st, equity and liability, shareholders fund, share capital. And first thing I need to write is authorized capital. As you can clearly see in the first sentence, they've given that Janta Limited has an authorized capital of 2 lakh equity shares of 10 each. So I'm going to write that 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. And that will be more, what, my dear children? 20 lakhs. The company offered to the public for subscription 1 lakh shares. So the issued capital is 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. That will be 10 lakh. All right. So now, undersubscribed and subscribed capital, we usually have to determine if there is subscribed and fully paid up and subscribed and not fully paid up. But in this question, it's quite straightforward. Am I right? They have not made the first and final call. So there cannot be subscribed and fully paid up shares because shares have not been fully called up itself. So there will only be subscribed but not fully paid up. Understood or not, my dear children? So how many shares have been subscribed and not fully paid up? We have 97,000 shares that have been subscribed. But that is not the amount, my dear children. Out of these 97,000 shares, 600 shares, we have calls in arrears and they were forfeited. So only 96,400 shares have not been forfeited. So 96,400 equity shares of rupees. Was it 10 each? Yeah, 10 each. And that will be 964,000. 9,64,000, my dear children. And on top, to add to this, we have some forfeited shares. So share forfeiture account, as I told you in the earlier videos, my dear children, share forfeiture account will have the amount paid up on the forfeited shares. So we have 600 shares that have been forfeited. And what has been paid up? A shareholder holding 600 shares did not pay the allotment money. Shareholder did not pay the allotment money, my dear children. Which means what? He would have paid the application money. Allotment money only, he didn't pay. Am I right or not, my dear children? That will be 600 into application money of 2 rupees per share, which is 1,200. So that will be the amount not paid. Paid up, which will be added to the share forfeiture account. Understood or not, my dear children? So 9,65,200. Something is wrong. Yes, I make this mistake all the time. You will make this mistake in the exam, my dear children. You will make this mistake. Now, 96,400 equity shares of rupees 10 each, but rupees 6 only has been called up. Rupees 6 called up. And therefore, this will be what, my dear children? 96,400 into 6 only. It cannot be 10 each. 96,400 into 10. as I've been continuously solving problem. I just wrote 9,64,000, and you people are also listening to me. You have to think when you're listening. I probably you would have wondered why I wrote 9,64,000. I wrote that because I was careless and I was an idiot. You are not supposed to do that, my dear children. When it has not been fully called up, obviously only 6 rupees has been called up and paid up, right? So only 6 rupees has to be multiplied. This number will be the total number of shares, 96,400 into what, my dear children? The amount called up and paid up, which is only 6, man. Only 6. Understood or not, my dear children? Understood or not? So the total will be 5,79,600. I go to the face of the balance sheet and write that. And with that, we come to the end of this video. And we've solved this question. See, it's as simple as that, my dear children, preparing the share capital schedule. I'll be solving more problems also. I'll solve almost all the problems that I can get my hands on from the previous year examination question papers, which require you to prepare the share capital extract, balance sheet extract showing the share capital amount, and the notes to account showing the share capital schedule. With that, we have come to the end of this video. You people take care, have fun, share with your friends, and subscribe, comment. I'll be happy. Like the video. I will be happy even then. Otherwise, also I'll try to be happy. Okay. Bye bye.